Hi everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today we will speak about blazing Penveid, and I'm gonna show you the chim that you must use if you want to totally destroy this peak. Let's see.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
So we will speak as always about the different skills and passive of the boss, but I will not read everything. This is not a problem because you will be able to remove the attack speed decrease with the passive of Ain. This mechanic. This is where you will be attentive. You will have to be attentive. He's going to the boss with this attack is going to target the last current HP champion. It means that I already explained it, but I explain again for those who never watched my video about blazing Penveid before. The boss is going to target, for example, if I'm playing Turin with 25k HP and all of the other champs with 35k more, the boss is going to target Turin. And this is where you can optimize your equipment. If you know that the boss is going to target a specific champ, then you can have a specific gear on this champ to counter the recovery disruption. And this is what you will need to do. You will need to highly increase the effect resistance on the specific champ that's gonna be targeted by blazing Penveid. This is the most important part of the boss. Also, the boss is going to take additional damage equal to 50% of attackers' attack per hit, up to 8 times. As always, if you want to optimize the damage of your damage dealer, you will need to increase the attack, but against blazing Penveid, this is even more true. You must highly increase the attack of all the different champs in the team. So basically, you want to have that kind of gear with a lot of attack percent on the substats. And this is how you can increase the damage. Attack. There I could play with attack, but so let's check now the different stats of the champions. I'm using RJ, Caliban Archer, Ain, and Turin. I'm gonna show you the skill order first because this is quick. Skill 2, 3, 3, and 3. Skill 2, skill 2, and skill 2, 2, and 1. I could also do something like this, but it's gonna be more difficult to manage the Vigor and I'm gonna lose a lot of damage. So I decided to use this skill order. Okay, now let's check the stats. We will start with RJ. No, I'm gonna start with the fastest champ first. Fastest champ in the team is Ain. She's like a pure support in this configuration, and I want her to heal as much as possible, so I increase the HP and recovery. This is the two most important stats that you're gonna need to optimize on Ain. Because as I showed you on the skill order, I'm not using the skill 3 of Turin. It means that I will not have the effect resistance increase, but I will not have the heal from Turin. I will just have the recovery over time, and it's not gonna be enough if you play Ain offensively. That's why I decided to play Ain as pure support with as much HP as possible and recovery, simply because Ain got something that they made an update long time ago, and she can now heal by 10% of 5% of Ain's max HP when using a skill. Doesn't matter the skill that you're gonna use, she will heal by 5% of her max HP. It means that I'm gonna heal 5%, 60k HP. It's gonna be 3k, but with the recovery, 61%. Well, it seems that it's gonna be around 5 to 6, 7k HP. I don't know. I forgot the number. But it is a very decent heal. Very good support for Turin. So now let's speak about Turin. I have on Turin 185% of effect resistance. And sadly, I noticed that sometimes she still can have the recovery disruption. So I should maybe change the counter attack set for another resistance set. But the counter attack set is very comfortable. It will allow you to counter attack with the skill 1, and she heals a lot. But so I think I still miss 5%. If you can reach 190% of effect resistance, I think it should be enough to be sure to resist on the recovery disruption. I'm gonna play with the resistance set because, as I said, sadly I don't have attack speed, enough effect resistance. 195. So we will see, but I think now I will not have any problem. That's why you will not need to use the skill 3. If you have enough heal, and if you're sure that you will resist on against the recovery disruption from the boss, then it has no sense to use the skill 3. That's why you must find your balance between Turin and Hein to be sure that you will have enough heal that will allow you to don't use the skill 3 of Turin. So I'm showing you the stats again. 177 speeds, recovery. So I changed it, but yeah, that's bad because I want her to play before she needs to play before Archer. That's why I'm gonna use the counter attack set again, sadly. But as I said, it's very rare that she got the recovery disruption. Recovery. No, this is attack speed, recovery, effect resistance. Yeah, I got down some extra speeds there. Let's check the keepsake. I didn't show you the keepsake. I'm using a fact resistant there, and yeah, I'm immortal set. This set will allow you to have a 2-hit barrier for 3 turns with 3 turns cooldown. This is very great. It will help you to tank. Very, very nice set for Turin in this configuration. Recovery, defense. Maybe I could play with attack speed here. Well, I'm gonna try like that. I didn't make that much try, so I'm not sure about the stats. But from what I've tried, I think it's gonna be possible to reach the maximum result with this team. Caliban Archer as much attack as possible. If you can have some extra critical strike damage, that's also great. But the main stats on Caliban Archer is the attack. You don't need to have its accuracy, some pierce, and 35k HP. You want to feel like a defense of 6 to 7k HP is comfortable between Turin and the other champs in the team. If you have less, then it could happen that the boss is going to change the target and he will start to focus your damage dealer, put the recovery disruption, and you will fail the fight. So 175 speeds, a lot of attack, critical strike damage. Here I'm using HP. To get the extra HP needed, you can use HP right here. Maybe you could also use HP right here if it is needed. Pierce. Attack. I don't know where. Maybe I'm just using an HP belt and it is enough for me. But maybe I'd have, yeah, right here, some HP substat, HP. Don't have HP there. What do I have here? Maybe I have something better. Attack. HP. I could use this one. But I'm losing HP a lot from this. Yes, this one helps, of course. HP on the stat engraving. As much HP as possible. For keepsake, same. Don't have that much HP. Okay, now let's speak about so 175 speed here, 181, 223, and 178. So the speed tuning is basically a Turin, AJ, and Caliban Archer. Same for Archer. She has a damage dealer configuration in this team, but she also needs to land as much debuff as possible. She got a lot of different debuff from the skill 1, from the skill 2, from the skill 3, and you really need her to land the debuff because it will allow you to trigger the second passive of Caliban Archer. If you don't have debuff, then you will not trigger the passive of Caliban Archer and you will lose a lot of damage. That's why if you want to have enough effect accuracy, you will need to use the focus set and accuracy set. Even with 80% focus set, that will give you 10% extra effect accuracy and hit accuracy for each buffs at the beginning of the fight. Even with all of this, it seems that I can still miss some debuff. And this is pretty bad. That's why I will simply optimize the gel right now with you guys. I want to have some effects accuracy. Do I have some effects accuracy? Not here. Effect accuracy. But I don't have critical strike rate. I also want her to have high critical strike rate chance. Maybe I could simply use effect accuracy here. On the necklace, I don't know. Attack. Okay, that one. Okay, that one seems to be better. Well, 80% seems to be a minimum, but even with 80%, it seems that it is not enough, but I still don't know how much you should have. So why is it not enough? Simply because something he got some effect resistance buff from somewhere, yeah, from there when hit, so he has 30% chance to gain effect resistance. So he will have 2 buffs of effect resistance during the whole fight. That's why it is difficult to land the different debuffs. So now let's see. I showed you the skill order right already. I forgot. So 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Let's check the fight now. Okay guys, before to start the fight, I'm gonna show you the adjustment. I made some adjustment about the skill order setting. I changed it for Ain 2-1. It helps to manage easily the Vigor. And 2-3 for Turin. Also, I changed the gears of my Turin. Now let's check the new gears that I use. I lost a lot of effect resistance, but I can now play her with Vigor. And I will now use the skill 3. So, what else could I say? She still has more speed than the other champ, and I decided to use Pierce here instead of HP. So now 29k HP. Let me check something. HP, yes. I noticed that the boss changed the target during the fight, but it is not 100% win rate fight, obviously. I'm gonna change this one. This one is bad. I think I have something much better. Attack percent. Physical strike rate. So I lost. I'm gonna lose some HP. HP. Attack. Is that better than this one? No, I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one. I would like her to have around 35k HP. Defense. There, I can change this one. Let's try to get some extra HP. What else? Okay. Perfect. So let's look what happened during the fight. I'm gonna comment the beginning of the fight and then I'm gonna leave you with the pig. So basically all the different buffers are playing first, and it will allow me to have as much focus buff as possible on RJ and also on Caliban Archer. As you can see, I got a lot of critical strike damage buffs from focus sets, and it's gonna be its accuracy and effect accuracy for RJ. I'm not sure that you can stack this one with the effect accuracy right here with this one, the buff that you got from her passive. Let me check. Yeah, from the passive, and also the buff that you got from effect from Turin. It is difficult to know how does it work exactly, the stack. How do they stack the buff, the different buffs in the game? Honestly, it is complicated. I think they should just not notice the buff if it doesn't work. Sometimes you can think that, okay, I got this buff, but you don't, because it doesn't stack with another one or whatever. So it is very difficult to know exactly how do the different buffs work. So let's look the fight together and let's see if we can deal the maximum damage on the boss. So sadly I failed, as you can see. Turin got the recall redistribution, but as you can also see, it seems that I'm doing a lot of damage. I'm doing enough damage to finish the boss if she can survive. So I'm just gonna make enough try to allow her to survive during the fight, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna deal the maximum damage. If you want, you could maybe increase the survivability of all the team and lose some damage, because it seems that I'm gonna do enough damage anyway. But well, it is up to you. I showed you everything that I know against this boss. Bye bye guys, enjoy the game, see you soon.